basically, this lady in question, for the past 3 years, she's been discussing with her husband, but she now says it's turned to an argument. So the final line of the message is, what should I do? Because I want to do what is right by my family.
Okay, well, to start with, I think both of them, they need to be on the same page regarding the decision as to moving out of the country or not. You understand? That's number one. They have to agree. Disagree to agree. That's number one. One of the two should not take an action, without, thinking about the other person. Do you understand what I mean? So it's okay to disagree, but at the end of the day, they need to strike a balance. So they need to weigh everything out.
Given that what's going on in Africa lately, like in most countries in West Africa, say for example, in our country, Nigeria, with this whole end police brutality and the unrest that has been happening lately, so I can see the reason why someone would have been deliberating for the past few years that they can't actually live in that country with their family. I'm not saying this particular lady is in Nigeria, but we're talking about West Africa in general. So like my husband said, if you're already thinking of traveling, there's nothing wrong in it, but both of you have to be on the same page.
That's right.
So if you're the man, what would you? So why do you think the man is saying no?
The way men think, we are very logical. Maybe the lady, the wife is thinking about, I'm thinking about my children, for them to grow up in a conducive environment, thinking about their future. But we men, we're just thinking about, I need to be able to look after my family. I want them to be here. But the wife is thinking about the broader picture, about what about these children, bringing them up in westernized world. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that they need to be able to agree that maybe they should have a plan. If the husband is thinking about, this is my business, maybe they should have a plan, like, okay, if you want to go with the children, this is what we're going to have to do. Maybe I'm going to be here for another 1 year. We don't advocate for husband and wife living separately for 20, 30 years. Personally, I think, there should be a plan in place. And if both of you don't agree, and let's say the wife with the children, okay, she left the country, let's just assume, the man is going to have that resentment. You understand? I know how we think that, without my consent, you still went ahead. The resentment is always going to be there. And that's very, very dangerous. Because that's when the man will be thinking about, you left me and the children anyway, I can do whatever I want to do.
But it reminds me, sorry to cut and go on.
So that's the reason why I would want them both to agree. To strike a balance that, okay, this is the way forward.
The wife and the children can relocate to another country with a plan in place. They can plan that as a family. We'll be seeing one another 3 times a year or 4 times a year, or even twice a year. But there has to be a solid plan in place. Not the type that you will go without seeing your children and your wife, or without seeing your husband for years. That is just unhealthy. It's not healthy for the children either. It's not healthy for your marriage either. But I really think there's nothing wrong in relocating as long as you have a plan. I think the wife can present the husband with a plan that, okay, if we relocate, can we try and see maybe twice a year or 3 times a year or 4 times a year? And I think that would help. And then eventually, one of you would eventually join.
What if, something just came to my mind now. What if it doesn't work for them? Like maybe the wife left with the children, and after like a year or 2, it's not really working for them. Like the husband is really feeling lonely. And men sometimes, you want a woman beside you, if you understand what I mean. How do you deal with that? That's why I said earlier on that.
Well, here's the point where we would need your input. So if you've experienced that, if you're currently living far from your spouse with children, let us know. Please comment below or send us an email. Let us know how it's going. We've only experienced few months of being apart.
Yeah.
But I know my husband did not. There was a time I wanted to relocate to Nigeria. I know we were in Nigeria for like almost 9 months or whatever. He came to see us within that 9 months. He came out to see us like three times. And at some point I said, no, I don't want to come back to the UK. I'm okay here.
I was thinking about the children more.
Men are like babies.
Mainly
they want someone to be around rubbing their head and rubbing their back and just doing...
You know what, I was thinking about them that I would rather them grow up in the UK, and who knows, maybe when they are at a certain age, they can be thinking about that. But my wife was ready to stay in Nigeria, and that, at the end of the day, we're able to strike balance. Okay, this is what I think we should do. Coming back to the talk of the day, so I think the husband and wife, they need to make sure that they agree.
Yeah.
Do not do it at the expense of the other person, in order not to create some form of resentment and bitterness. You can use that word.
Yeah, if you've had a long distance marriage for years and it's working for you, or it worked for you in the past,
what are the secrets?
Let us know, your advice to this couple.
That's right.
And what your recommendations are, what you think will get them through as a family.
You can send us a personal message.
Please send us an email or comment below.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Share the video. Thank you.